Hey all, it's Marta from WinGG, here today to share with you my first impressions of playing Elden Ring as a complete Souls game noob. I have never played a single Souls game before, but I spent my weekend playing Elden Ring. So if you're like me, thinking of just venturing into the Souls world with Elden Ring, then this is the video for you. Before I start talking about it, about the combat, about some different aspects of the game that I found hard, please do hit like and subscribe, turn on notifications to stay tuned with all upcoming WinGG content. The first issue I encountered as an entire Souls game noob was right at the beginning of the game, and that is when I had to choose between 10 different classes Elden Ring has to offer, like Prisoner, Astronaut, Vagabond, and many more. Picking a class doesn't necessarily sound like something that's complicated. However, the only information you get in Elden Ring are just crude stats, and not all of those stats are necessarily understanding for non-Souls players. For example, I had no idea what the Dex or Arcane are. Now, these stats scale differently with different weapons, different classes have different movesets, so depending on whether you like ranged combat or melee, if you want to be tanky or magic, you have to pick a different class. But just based on what the game is telling you, you won't really have an idea which class to pick. So this is my first hard point of the game, is that I really had no idea what I'm picking when I just started the game. Now my next issue came right after, and that is when the game actually started, and that is the easy to miss tutorial. When we start a game, we expect to walk straight into a tutorial, and don't get me wrong, the tutorial is at the beginning of Elden Ring. But if you're not used to deciphering what random NPCs are telling you, you are likely to miss it. I missed it and actually only found it long after in the game. And my first boss, or rather my first monster on the map, was a high-level boss I was definitely not supposed to meet. Which actually brings me to my next point, and that is Elden Ring's storyline progression. I honestly still have no idea where I'm supposed to go on this massive map of Elden Ring, and I know this might be a problem of Elden Ring and not necessarily Souls games. However, the game is really not giving you any hints as to where to go to progress the game. And if you don't look up online what people are suggesting where to go, which bosses to fight, you might end up spending hours pointlessly roaming around. Now don't get me wrong, the world is beautiful, the mount is amazing, so roaming around can be fun. However, that is not really what we're here for. More importantly, let's talk about the actual combat. Is it really hard? Yes. Is it unplayably hard for new Souls game players? No, that it is not, and I do not think there's any prerequisite skill level you need to have to play a Souls game. There's definitely a fact that I've been watching at the "You Died" screen longer than I have been playing this weekend. However, I quickly found out that that is exactly where this game's charms lay. There is something about being dedicated, fighting that boss over and over and over again until you learn its behaviors, its actions and movesets. Two, does that millisecond you need to dodge and you finally win. The moment you win feels so amazing and so satisfying, it's definitely worth it. So is this a game for you? That really depends on how dedicated you are. If you go in with the mindset of this is a Souls game and I will die a lot and that is okay, then this is a really fun game for you. If you think you can't deal with dying to the same boss more than a few times, then maybe go play something simpler. However, as a new player, I do want to say I am really enjoying the game, and it's making me think that I should give the older games a try too. Are you planning on playing Elden Ring, or have you already tried? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for more gaming content coming from WinGG, and I'll see you all soon.